Bionicle thing.
Yeah, I just started broadcasting. You'll
There
have
you
to,
go.
yeah, you might have to reload it. I'm just opening up the monitor on my end so I can see what's going on. Or on my laptop,
Need
anyway.
Adobe Flash. Really? I didn't know. It's telling me I need Adobe Flash.
Really?
Oh, there we go.
Alright, so how's the stream quality for you, first off?
Looks good to me.
Alright then. Okay.
I haven't friended you on Xbox Live yet.
Now, see, for those of us just joining us, I played Bionicle Heroes on this a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And I level grinded for just about every unnecessary achievement in this game. And then, right before I got this one, my save data became corrupted. And if anyone's just joining us after this 8-hour live stream that I did of this game on Saturday, and I specifically stated we weren't going to go back to this for level grinding, well, we're doing that now because I'm bored and I have nothing else to do. Hello, I am Vikitian, I will eat your soul, and co-host, introduce yourself.
I'm Whiplash. I'm his friend.
Yay. And we are playing Bionicle Heroes, and let me warn you now, this is probably not going to be the most entertaining stream you have ever been on.
I haven't played Bionicle Heroes since it came out.
Really?
Really. I thought it was alright, but it didn't feel Bionicle-y. Like, it felt like this could have been any game, but they just shoved Bionicle characters in it.
That is, in fact, exactly what they have done. It is literally based on a heavy modification of the LEGO Star Wars engine.
And that's why I didn't like it very much.
Right, so let's see what we have left here. We've upgraded.
I always felt that Bionicle would have been better as if it was done as an action RPG. Like,
stupid as it was at times, I actually liked Bionicle the game better.
Well, I just meant if it was an action RPG like Paper Mario or Mario and Luigi, I think it would have been more fun.
Yeah, or like a 3D version of the Mananui Online game.
Yeah.
Right, so I guess I'll just splurge on these, even though they're completely unnecessary. I'm going for 100%.
You need all them hints for things you've already done, I would assume.
I'm going for 100% completion, and that includes buying everything in Balta's shop. And I can't afford anything else, so I may as well get what I can and then level grind from the ground up. So entertaining.
Oh yeah, thoroughly entertained right now.
I got everything. I got all the Paraka Playground equipment. I got all of the hints. The only thing I hadn't gotten yet was the Canister Locator, and I was saving up for that before I went back into the levels and started grinding for gold and silver canisters. Because, you know, it makes it easier. Oh, come on. What? Why is that one so much more expensive than the... Fuck it. By the way, if you can hear me on Skype, you should probably mute the stream on your end. What?
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Right, so the best place to level grind is on the VZOC boss battle, oddly enough. You'll see what I mean when we get there.
Isn't Axon a boss in this game?
For whatever reason, yes, and I still don't understand why. The only thing
Like,
I can think of is that he's...
Zorak and Rudaka also a boss in this game.
Yes, Rudaka, Sidorak, Nadiki, Kreka, you know, because it's not like they've been dead for 10,000 years.
I thought it was only 1,000, but okay.
I thought it was 10,000. Huh, whatever. 1,000, 10,000. The point is they've been dead for a fucking long time.
As I'm saying, it would have been much better if they just converted the books into action RPG, but I'm not asking them to do that.
These on... Huh?
I was thinking of doing it actually myself once, because, yeah, I've gotten much better at, you know, writing, so I can actually draw things in paper now. But the problem is with Bionicle, they're made out of Lego, so they're so freaking complicated. I gave up.
Out of all of them, I think the one that makes the least sense in the context is Axon. Even though the other ones have been dead, Axon is a good guy. He's a high-ranking member of the Order of fucking Matanui. And he's his boss battle is so easy, too. You can literally, by contrast to Rayadak right after, you can literally spend the entire boss battle in hero mode. And Rayadak doesn't even give you that at all. That boss is arguably harder than the final boss. Just because you don't have that security blanket of indefinite invincibility.
Vizok. Yeah.
Hi, Vizok.
You know, I always thought he was like the stereotypical Paraka. Like, just the way he looks. He looks kind of generic when compared to all the other ones somehow. I don't know how to describe it.
Right.
But if I was gonna make a generic Paraka enemy, they'd look like Vizok.
May as well get as many of those gold canisters as I can while I'm here, because we're gonna be here a while.
Oh, joy. Okay.
Okay, I got that one, but I need Huki. Or not Huki, Kongu. Well, I don't need him, but he makes it slightly easier.
Hey, isn't it so, like...
Okay, and I'm already in hero mode. That makes things easier. To the corner!
Can't you unlock all the Paraka's playable characters, but once you unlock Vizon, somehow they all disappear?
Yeah! I don't know why. That's really stupid. And now, we level grind!
It sounds like fun. I remember doing it in Final Fantasy VI, no, not 6, 8. Even though it was completely unnecessary in that particular game, which I learned much later. Like 20 levels in, I was just like, oh, you mean I don't have to level grind? All I have to do is get magic from enemies, and then I can just equip it to my stats, and then I become godly. Awesome.
And so literally the only thing we have to do here is hold down the A button.
I swear, like, random Borak, awesome. You know what, though? You know what I hated about frickin' Bionicle the game? They're like, oh yeah, apparently Gali can beat all the Borak Cow by herself.
Yes! We were talking about that in the stream. Like, on Saturday we did a full 8-hour stream of both games. And I was just, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Come on, like, game, get it together.
Oh, it couldn't even beat them by themselves. I mean, all together, and now you're gonna tell me they could beat them?
It took the fucking Mask of Time.
I mean, you know,
the Mask of Time.
By Bionicle standards, the Borak Cow thing was like a filler arc in any anime ever. It was completely worthless. It's just like, okay, we need to stall for time, so until the movie comes out here, just do the Borak thing.
Wow, I'm about to die.
No, not New Purple. And
now I'm
that
not.
That move looked broken as hell, like.
Yeah, you You will get used to using Nuparu all the time in this game.
Hero mode. Is hero mode like Devil Trigger? Do you just become awesome once you do it?
Indefinite invincibility until you build a specific construction.
Wow, that is pretty. That's retarded.
The odd thing is, in the demo for the PC, there is actually an activator, a button activator, and a time limit. But for whatever reason, they thought it would be a good idea to make the game piss easy and remove it. So 80% of the game is spent invincible.
Like,
I kid you not.
Orok and Vaki, and I guess I could theoretically understand the Zorak attacking you in Zarahi, but...
Why are the Vaki here?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Borok, sure. The Borok, sure. A bit of a...
They all have all 6 models for all the Vaki and Rock and everything, but they all do the same.
This is what I don't understand. The Vizirok, sure, makes sense. They were set free. In canon, they are on Voyanui because they were encountered by the Paraka on a few occasions. The Borok, possibly, but only because Voyanui is technically a part of Matanui's body and would need to be stripped down if it remained there. The Vaki? That doesn't make any sense. They all stayed inside Matanui. This is a well-known fact.
Maybe to you, but I never got to finish reading what happened after 2007, so I honestly don't know.
Well, the Vaki were never really mentioned after 2005 anyway. The last we heard, they were all still in Metru Nui malfunctioning and killing things, because apparently when they malfunction, they can kill shit.
See, man, this is why I thought it'd be a great game. Like, 2005, you could fight malfunctioning Vaki and Zorak and all the stupid Rahi that were there. Be pretty kick-ass. Like, Sidorak would be a boss, and Rudaka, whatever her name is.
Damn you and your pronunciations!
I don't know how to pronounce them, man. I haven't seen anyone say them except me in like 5 years.
You need to pay more attention. Do you even know what a... Do you even know what, Trying to think of something.
Say something from 2008/9. Chances are I don't.
Do you even know what a Toa Matanui is?
I have told Matanui. Does that count?
Yay!
Dude, I think I made that checklist that they had on BZPower. I want to show you it because it's ridiculous.
Spoilers, Makuta got killed by a moon.
Yeah, I heard. I read that. I felt real disappointed.
Like, literally, Matanui pulled down Aqua Magna and hit him in the head with it.
That's something.
It's epic if you think about it, but the way it happened was just really stupid. It's like, I'm gonna bring in these planets. Like, well, I think he was bringing in the planets to realign the Spherus Magna, but in the process, he hit Makuta in the head while he was trying to fight him off, and then he, bam, dead.
That's kind of ass. The big villain of the entire thing dies super casually.
At least Greg elaborated on the Red Star cliffhanger recently. I don't know if you ever read the online serials, but basically there are things inside the Red Star. Guys teleported to the Red Star, and apparently Mavra was alive.
Yeah, I heard Mavra was alive somehow.
Turns out that the Red Star is, again, spoilers, the Red Star is basically a resurrection machine. When something dies inside the Matanui robot, its energy is sent to the red star, a new body is constructed, and it's sent back.
Does that mean that Deke is alive?
Unfortunately, well, it is possible. Yes, it's already been confirmed that Lekon is alive.
But I don't care about Lekon. The Deke was more interesting.
But point is, basically, it didn't, like a lot of things in Madanui, for some reason, it didn't quite work right. While things were resurrected within the star, the part where they were sent back to the robot didn't quite work. However, this does explain how Jala was brought back to life in the first movie.
I guess it was just little magic. We can't have anyone die.
Well, it seems like I'm guessing it has been revealed since then. But if you read the Faber Files blog, that literally everything, including the Madanui robot, was planned from day one. Like, this has been planned right back since the year 2000.
Yeah, I remember this one time I read Greg, like, you know that topic on BZPower, it says, like, post Greg M questions here?
Yeah.
Well, a long time ago, someone said Madanui kind of looks like one of the Toa Mata faces. Is this any sort of relevance? And he said, you'll see sometime.
Yeah.
And it was like 2003 or something.
You really
I asked
should...
him about it more recently, and he said, oh, I don't remember answering that.
You really should...
Oh, you troll, you.
You really should read the Faber Files blog, because there's a lot of concept artwork from way back in the day where things... Like the Madanui... There's concept art for the Madanui robot and its construction underneath of the island of Madanui from back before the Toa designs were even finalized. And there are some original concepts of, like, a big hand coming out of the ocean in the distance, but that was later scrapped because it might raise questions that they weren't prepared to answer just yet. But the whole thing with the Red Star does make sense with Takuta Nuva now, because it's been established that aside from Toa Madanui and Toa Ignika, Takuta Nuva was probably the most powerful being to walk that planet and within the Great Spirit in the history of time. And having Makuta as part of his essence, it probably knew all about the Red Star and how it worked and was able to tap into it.
So wait, does that mean Sidorak, whatever, didn't die, or did die, but you know?
Well, see, depending on the way things die, it depends. Like, Matoro cannot come back to life because even his energy was entirely used up in the process of his death. Nothing was salvaged.
Sidorak was just beaten to death.
Yeah, Sidorak is, though it hasn't been confirmed, it can be pretty much assumed that yes, he is still alive in some form.
Okay. That's a lot to take in.
I just hope at some point that he does finish those serials, because basically they up until he started reviewing shit just out of nowhere like that, it ended basically on a cliffhanger where I think Pohatu and Onua were inside the Red Star, and basically they encountered Mavra, and that's all we heard for about a year. Because apparently he's too busy with a new baby and the Ninjago books.
Wow.
On the bright side, Cryoshell's back now.
Who?
Cryoshell? The people behind the music between 2007 and present.
Eh?
Creeping in My Soul.
Oh, yeah,
Bye Bye
okay.
Babylon, etc., etc.
Yeah, okay.
They're remixing... So far, they've only announced 2 singles via Faber Files blog because they released some cover artwork. Basically, they're doing a new song, Breakout, which was the end credit, which was a 30-second version of that was the end credits to a Hero Factory episode. And they're remixing Gravity Hurts. Which should be awesome, because I find it difficult to imagine that with female vocals. Unless they're bringing back Niels Brink for that one, which would also be awesome.
Look at this stupid thing.
What?
That's the most ridiculous checklist I've ever seen in my life.
I would look, but I'm doing a live stream of level grinding.
So here you go. Just to, okay, 2001 set. It shows here the Toamata, the Turaga, the Rahi. Okay, basically I have all the Rahis, the Turaga, and the... Look, basically I have almost everything. It pretty much pitters out around 2009 and 8, but before that I got everything. It's kind of outrageous.
Yeah. Yeah, I got just about everything between 2001 and 2006. And then oil prices went up, and I'm assuming that's why the cost of the sets went up as well, because plastic is a petroleum product. It would also explain why LEGO started using inferior plastics that shattered after 2 uses.
Yeah, I love those lime green sockets. I
have nothing left of Alex joints. Thankfully, I have the Vizorock, which used slightly better plastics that I can use as a substitute if I ever want to rebuild him. But there is literally nothing left, and I am definitively scared to try and disassemble Toa Matanui or any of the stars right now. They're just on display, and they've been intact for literally 3 years now.
Well, this is what I plan to do this year. I'm gonna go to Bricklink and buy all the pieces that broke.
Yeah, I wanted to do that too, but I just, you know, I want to spend my money on other things right now.
That makes sense. And I'm also gonna buy all the Kanohi that I never got, which is like all of them.
I should probably do that soon, because it's been 10 years. They're going to become harder to find and more expensive, because technically the ones from 2001 are considered vintage already.
Yeah, they're all on Bricklink. I remember they're like 40 cents each, so yeah, you might want to do that.
Really? Like 40 cents each?
Yeah.
Well, the first ones I'd like to probably get would be the collectibles. Like, the only collectibles I have at the moment are...
Let me type in Kakama.
Basically, I have a gold...
Kakama.
I have a gold Vahi. I have a gold Vahi, a poison How, a copper mask, and... I had the silver Rua that came with the power pack, but I gave it to a friend as...
Yeah, the original 2001 ones are about $1 each. But
That's
I
not
remember
bad.
the Nubas aren't as expensive. Oh, wow.
What?
They're even more expensive. That's pretty epic. Like, they're like $2 each. Holy crap, they're sending them here for like $4, dude. This will take about 1 trillion years for me to amass that amount of money and spend it on this crap.
Yeah.
Alternatively, you could buy the brown one that comes with Pontu Nuba for 6 cents. But I don't know why you would want that. I already have one. I don't need any more.
Now go try and collect all the Krana and Krata.
Oh yeah, dude, try to make the Krana collection 100%. Good frickin' luck.
God, that was probably, even the Krana, like, they just started getting bigger,
Krana,
and they got bigger, and the collections got bigger and bigger as time passed. And then 2005 came, and they just stopped. They didn't even care anymore. The Rotuka spinners are like dollar store toys. Well, admittedly, I have seen Kanoka disc launchers in the same fashion, but at least they had collectibles to go along with it.
Well, the only Kanoka discs you need to get were the great ones, and the Disc of Time, and everything else.
Oh yeah, I have the Disc of Time, too.
I only have 2 great discs.
I only have 1, and it was the Tametru disc.
Oh, really? I got the Kometru and Anumetru ones. Okay, give me a chronotype. I don't know any of them by memory.
Chronoza, I just know that one's the Swarm Commander.
Here, let's type
But
in.
that was the one I always...
Oh, they're cheap. They're 17 cents, 18, 20.
Now get a white metal. Now make a complete collection of white metal and sterling silver Chronicle.
Actually, I mentioned that to my friend. I'm like, look, I'm gonna get all of the silver Chronicle. They only cost like what, 100 plus? I don't even know how much. Like 1,000? I don't know. The ridiculous amount. I'm gonna get all 8 of them.
Now get a platinum Gavaki and a gold How. I swear to God, that gold How was... I specifically remember, LEGO specifically stated back in 2001 that it was worth $800 US at the time. What do you think it would be worth now that it's considered vintage and extremely rare rolled into one?
And don't forget, gold is like...
Yeah, solid 14 karat gold, mind you.
Look, over $9,000.
It would probably be worth about that much now. At least 2,000. That I'd say that would be a fair ballpark.
Prana the cow. Get nothing.
Huh. I always strive to get the Swarm Commander Chrono when I bought the Borak, just because I was obsessive at the time and I wanted the Swarm Commander.
Look, this is what, look, it doesn't matter because they're only like 30 cents each. I know why, too.
Yeah, I know that now, but I don't think Bricklink existed.
The reason why these are 30 cents each is because, you know, they came with each set, and they were random. So you never had to, you know, go massively searching. They just came with your freaking Borak.
Yeah.
Slash Borak Ba, slash Borak Cow, you know. You know, I really want to make that RPG now. But it'd have no health, and it'd be hard as hell. Like, get instead of magic points, you get mask or elemental something points. I don't know, something that could be used between your mask and your elemental power, because otherwise it'd just be too much for gauges.
Yeah, don't use Bionicle the Game's formula where elemental energy is gained by absorbing points.
No, man, what I just meant was, you know, like in Paper Mario, you know, you have flower points. Well, instead of flower points, elemental points, and also mass points.
Well, making it, see, that's why I think making an RPG out of Bionicle would be really difficult if you really got into it. Unless you're playing as a Matoran the entire time. It's kind of impossible to make a game that doesn't inflict on well-established canon as well. Toa have infinite mask and elemental energy as long as there's a source to recharge it after a certain point. But it takes a lot in order to get them to that point. Like, take Galley, for instance, from the first movie. The only point in the entire history of canon that I can think of, and correct me if I'm wrong when I'm saying this, that she ran out of energy was when she attempted to heal Tahu with her powers. And even then, she just had to go up to a stream of water, stick her hands in for 20 minutes, and she was done.
Yeah, well, you know, we're going to have to kind of stretch on, we'd have to obviously, you know, screw that. That would be a broken gameplay mechanic.
In the context of a game, it would be really overpowered.
Over and over again. It would remind me of Final Fantasy VIII, where you had 9,000. You could have like 999 of whatever spell you wanted, and spam it all day.
The only thing I could really think of to make sure it doesn't inflict on canon would be to make you play as a Matoran, and then slowly, like, essentially level up to the point where later in the game you become a Toa, and
I figured no one within a sane mind would care that, oh, you ran out of elemental power so fast, what bullcrap, and then just quit.
Well, I don't know. I still think it would be best to stay with canon on that aspect.
Well,
Like there could be ways to balance a game with infinite energy.
Well,
Like if you have infinite energy, just make your health a little bit easier to drop or something.